You get a graph and you get a graph and you get a graph. I always feel like Oprah just throwing all of these graphs at you, but I do love a good graph and a good pie chart. I like statistics a lot. Let's take a look at all of my reading statistics for the year of 2021, and I'm excited to just dig in and see what I read, how much I read, what type of books I read, the genres, the format, the hours, the pages. Let's take a look. In 2021, I had my best reading year yet in terms of quantity of books. Quality of books actually also really good. So let's start with just the overall statistics. I'm gonna move to this side so you will see the statistics right. Oh my god, it looks like a mess. Thank god it's blurry. But in total, I read 88 books. I have my little notes here. 48 were physical books, 4 of them were ebooks, and 36 were audiobooks. Compared to last year, that is actually an improvement in terms of quantity of books, because last year I read 81 books and this year I read 88 books. In terms of pages, I read 14,895 pages, which is an average of 1,241 pages per month. And in total, I listened to 410 hours worth of audiobook. Oh my goodness, I already know why. Because I listened to 2 entire series on audiobook. My average rating was a 4.07 star. So I really just know what type of books I like to read and which books I think I will enjoy. So I'm very happy with my super high rating. In terms of age categories, I read 58 adult books, 22 young adult books, and 8 middle grade. You can tell that I'm really getting more interested in reading adult books this year as well. I just feel like even though I've loved young adult so much, and I still occasionally read young adult, as you can see in my stats, I'm just realizing that adult books are just becoming more the type of books for me. And I think it's just nice to sort of see yourself, you know, kind of developing, seeing what type of reading and what type of books fit you best. So I'm excited for this year as well. Let's take a look at like monthly overviews of how many books I read. It is very fun to see that in January I read 19 freaking books. But that is when I listened to the entire Bridgerton series after watching Bridgerton on Netflix. Then in February I read 8 books, then 7 in March, 11 in April, 7 in May as well, 3 in June and July, not too many, 5 in August, 4 in September, 9 in October, 3 in November, and 9 in December. You can really tell that at the beginning of this year, I'm always a bit more motivated to read, and then, you know, it starts to go down a little bit. However, in October and December, I was just like, yes, let's do this again. But this is very fun to see. This is the monthly overview of all the books I read. I can also do this in terms of audiobooks, and this is crazy. As you can see, in January and in October, I listened to so many audiobooks, and that is because in January I listened to the entire Bridgerton series, and in October I started my re-listen of the Harry Potter series. So that is why I listened to lots of audiobooks in those months. The rest of the year, not too much. Sometimes there were even months where I didn't listen to any audiobooks. In September, in June, just a little bit. But yes, January and October were definitely the biggest audiobook months. In terms of pages every month, this is actually quite fun to see. So again, in January until April, I was in a very good reading mood, as you can see. I read sort of an average of 1,800 pages every month back then, but then in the middle of the year, I got into a little bit of a reading slump, as you can see. So I didn't read too many pages every month. However, it's still like over 600 pages every month, which is a very big book. Even though I split them up into smaller books, but still. Overall, I've had a really good reading year. I'm so happy. So those were monthly statistics, but now let's take a look at all these genres that I read. The genre of which I read most books was fantasy with, let me see, 20 books. And then after that, non-fiction with 18 books, which I absolutely love because I feel like non-fiction is becoming just one of my favorite genres, as it's very clear from this graph. Then we have romance with 13 books. And the reason for this is that I read the Bridgerton series, because normally romance isn't really my cup of tea. However, the Bridgerton series was very fun. Then we have historical fiction, 13 as well, contemporary 10, and then thriller, graphic novels, 4, sci-fi, only 2, which I am not very happy about because sci-fi is also one of my favorite genres. So I have to kind of pick up on sci-fi in 2022 because I'm a bit disappointed in myself actually. I didn't realize I only read 2 sci-fi books in the year. And then poetry, magical realism, and short stories, also just a couple. But it's very fun to see that fantasy is still just my favorite genre, together with like non-fiction and contemporary. Let's take a look at my ratings. Oh my goodness, I gave so many 5 and 4 stars, which is just absolutely great to see. I'm so happy with this. I'm not the best at like giving half stars or like a quarter rating, as you can see. I'd just rather be like, oh, 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars. You can see that those are the majority of the books I rated. And I only read 2 stars and 4 2.5 stars. So overall, I had such an amazing rating. Yeah, I'm so happy. But yeah, this is really fun to see. Just a lot of 4 and 5 stars. These were actually all of the stats that I just wanted to talk about. I think it's going to be a very short video, but I just like talking about some stats. If you are interested in seeing all of my favorite books of 2021, I actually made a video about my favorite books, so you can check it out there, I think. Why do I still forget this? I've been doing YouTube for years and I still forget whether the eye icon is there or there, because everything is like mirrored. So I think it's over there. Let me know in the comments what your favorite book of 2021 was. I'm very curious. I also need some new recommendations. I always just like hearing about your guys' favorite books. But now that the new year has started, I'm again in a very good reading mood. I'm excited for this year. I'm excited for all the beautiful books that I'm going to be reading. And I hope you are all having a beautiful day as well, a beautiful reading day, and that you're reading some amazing books. And I will hopefully see you in my next video. Bye.